Garden City Radio 89.9 FM. I'm talking about healing the world, giving the world hope. It's touching lives here on Garden City Radio 89.9 FM. My name is Margaret Jack Adebisi. And as usual, we've got Reverend Nicholas Ilo and Apostle Matthew. Alright, it is the Luther Welfare for Children at the Ricks Development Center that is sponsoring this program, Touching Lives, here on Garden City Radio. And don't forget that it comes to this station every Thursday from 4 p.m. right after the news down till about 5 p.m. The Luther Welfare for Children at the Ricks Development Center has to do with children who are at Ricks. But today we are talking about providing hope for the needy. Reverend Nicholas Ilo, what is hope? Let's start with that.
I want to say that sometimes you hear everybody keep using the word hope.
Yes, hope.
And the meaning is almost lost.
Yes, I have hope. So what does hope mean to you?
We cannot talk about hope without referring to the originality of the word.
Okay.
If we want to go by the word hope in its Hebrew context, it's actually giving me a very symbolic meaning you can call cord.
Cord.
Rope.
The rope, okay.
That is to tell you that in the society where we live, there is something linking me with you. Something linking all of us with our divine maker called God. So that is to say that in whatever state I find myself, whatever that is happening around me, even with my soul, my life, there is still that cord, there is still that rope, hooking you up to those who are not in such a situation. There is still that link that is still capable of lifting you up out of that pain that is divine. It is within this description of cord you call rope that you find that word hope. But as I said, it has been overused. That the meaning is sometimes lost. Because sometimes if we understand this, you can see that the fallen brother, the fallen sister, the fallen children, the sick ones and all of that which we will come back to it, are not supposed to be abandoned in the state you find them if that God is still real. I think let me ask my apostle, because he did Hebrew purely, to tell me the other aspect of that word.
Apostle Matthew?
Yeah, another word for the same word hope is expectation. Because each Hebrew word, some things that some of them now have not less than 3-4 meanings.
Yeah.
But the thing that happened to us who are using the English version of the scripture, we are being robbed of some other meanings of such word. So another thing it means is expectation, and it also means now to the outcome of something, and it's also figurative. We can use it figuratively, where we go back to the book of Job chapter 14, let's read from verse 7. It says, "For there is hope of a tree, if it be cut down, that it will spring again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease." Verse 9 of it, it said, "Yet through the scent of water it will bud, and bring forth both like plant." Now let me come back to that place now. If you want to interpret this portion of the scripture now literally, the first thing you will understand is that Job wanted to compare the trees and human being literally, and see and he painted a picture of advantages that the trees have over the human being. Here now he likened it to a tree being cut down that at the end of the day, even I have seen it in my community, I have seen it in many places, where you cut down a tree, at the end of the day you see one part of that tree coming back to life, and that part of it coming back to life now can grow and become another mighty tree. So here now, when we apply it to what we are saying, bringing hope to the needy, here now you see that there are people that men looking at them now, their parents have gone. They are like people who are cut down, like this tree. Some of them, they are being displaced from their place of comfort. They are like people who are cut down. There are people who lost their job. They are like people who are cut down. There are people who are facing one challenge or the other, and at the end of the day, if you look at them, then it appears as if they will not survive the situation. So, figuratively speaking, now these people now are the people that Job, that is the people who want to apply this scripture on. But here now, the Bible didn't leave them on that condition. That he painted another picture. Say, at the scent of rain, at the scent of rain, he said, such tree will come back to life. In other words, now the water there now will not be sent by the tree. So there is another person, there is another thing that will send the rain. So the person that is close to such a person who is going through such situation or such condition now is like the person that will send the rain. A little help extended to such a person now can bring out another giant out of that family.
Alright, don't forget it's still Gardens Radio, and we are on Touching Lives with the program Providing Help for the Needy. Touching Life is brought to you at Gardens Radio through the Luther Welfare for Children at Ricks Development Center. And now one of the aims and objectives of Luther Welfare for Children at Ricks Development Center is to engage in charitable works, building orphanage homes, providing for shelter needs of abandoned children. And so they are well capable of talking about the needy. So now we've talked about hope. Now we're going to talk about needy. Who are the needy?
We'll begin by saying that there is a basis, or what I should call the ground of hope for the needy. Why I use the word basis or ground of hope for the needy is because God has designed it just that way. That the land will always have the poor, the needy. So if it happens to anyone, it is not something to be scared.
It's not something.
Don't laugh at them. Nature can play any direction. But the issue there now that we need to address is, who is needy? Yes. I think by the description of my apostle, he gives me a picture I so loved. What did he say? He said they are cut down trees. This person was growing, they were giving birth to, sometimes we were living together, working together, moving together healthily, but suddenly can be someone that has been stricken by serious sickness. I have a case that came to us last Thursday where someone reported to us of a girl who is seriously sick in need of operation. As if it appealed to a church body, they raised a donation for this girl for her to be taken on operation. And the girl was not given the money. They raised a second donation, and yet the girl is dying. Now they have resorted to contact the Luther Welfare. What am I saying? This is a person still breathing like us, but just a little health situation has completely devastated his life, now depending on others to survive. It may not be health related issue. We have those that are displaced out of homes. Can be natural disaster, can be artificial one, caused maybe by fire, outbreak. We have cases like this. Even children who have lost uniforms and lost all clothing and food, they are naked. We have cases of this. We have children whose parents actually are cut off. They are dead, orphans. I think as you were telling the public, we have about over 177 of these children. Right now, any day, anytime you come, you'll find them receiving one help or the other from us. These are critical cases to say that even if today it has not happened to me, I need to give an attachment. I think that's another meaning of hope.
Yeah.
Attachment.
Yes.
An attachment. That is the cause thing. If I am okay, nothing has happened to me and my children and my family, please, I should not be isolated. I should not be far away. I should realize that the other needy person by the door, by my gate, behind my building, in closeness to my house, the next door neighbor, is a body, is a concern. The Lord is looking at them. I need to really share, sympathize with them. It can take prayer. It can be mere word of encouragement. It can be an advice. It can be a direction. Attach yourself to them, because at that time they depend on you that is still standing as a tree. So in a nutshell, the needy are those who find themselves in critical pains, situations that can no longer help themselves. At that point, they depend on somebody. When you are completely dependent, you are in need.